So channel the dark side of the force to be in a positive mood, Arnold.
Channel, use your anger.
We've wasted like 2 hours trying to make this video, and it's been real frustrating. So this is take 3. Welcome to the dark side. We have cookies. All right, we're like a little punch drunk right now from this. This is terrible. All right,
God.
Empire can win. Empire's awesome. This team is fun. It's all Arnold's fault, and there are some downsides to this, and this team is kind of tricky.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into battle against like the Titans team right now, and Arnold's going to tell you why this team is good, why this team is bad, how it works. We're just going to get started.
Let's do it. Get
all right
into it.
So tell me about the good things about this team.
Good things. Beefy as heck. I love the double taunts. This was something when the Imperial Trooper reworks came out. It's a lot of fun having Shoretrooper and Stormtrooper together. Stormtrooper, he gives extra big boost of defense to Imperial Troopers. Shoretrooper happens to be an Imperial Trooper, and I believe he gives bonus health to Imperial Troopers. So Stormtrooper and Shoretrooper are giving each other bonus health, bonus defense, as well as Deathtrooper. He's also an Imperial Trooper, so he's gaining those bonuses. And Deathtrooper, he gives health regeneration bonuses. There's a lot of stuff going between those three. So between Stormtrooper and Shoretrooper, you got like 200,000 health and protection. So your defense is rock solid while you're trying to make the offensive. And your Thrawn, Krenic, and Deathtrooper, they have a lot of control. It works. It's the only viable team that you can use in the meta against Arena right now. But the problem is there's not a lot of room for error. If you make a mistake, it's hard to pick up and make up for that mistake. One resist might throw your whole team off. But it's Deathmark and Thrawn are kind of the big MVPs. Thrawn can put someone out in timeout. They kind of put someone to the side, which usually should be Raid Han before he goes crazy. And Deathtrooper has a lot of anti-rebel
Deathtrooper's amazing.
Stuff.
Yeah, and so I'm going to attack Raid Han. And see, the problem with this team is I can't use AoE because you counterattack back. And so he hits twice against Rebels. The first time he might put Daze. Second time he might put Stun. Let's see what happens. Look at that. Stun!
Nice. The problem is, though,
awesome.
If you're going up against the Commander Luke team and they resist the basic twice, they counterattack twice, which might mean 4 hits from Raid Han because he hits twice on his basic, and that could eliminate someone right there. And hopefully you could show this, but Krenic has a lot of anti-rebel synergy and pro debuff synergy. So if you have debuffs,
I'm gonna attack with Krenic's basic attack right here. Let's see how much damage this does against Raid Han. Blam! Well, 10,000, but I've seen like almost 30,000 before on that.
In one of our early clips that we had to cancel, you had almost 30,000 because you had debuffs in the team, all these rebels, and he shares that bonus with Deathtrooper as well. So they have the mechanisms to do okay. It's just with all this anti AoE with Commander Luke, if you use Deathtrooper's AoE, Krenic's AoE, you're getting a world of pain coming back at you. And plus, they're probably going to cleanse all that stuff you tried applying to them because of R2-D2 Zeta. It's a fun team. Just there's so much missing. There's like one thing I can't pinpoint. There's one thing missing.
Deathmark now.
You got
Deathmark is what saves the team. I mean, once I get one kill, Deathmark can go off. He got rid of it. He self-cleansed. But still, Deathmark is amazing.
Yeah.
Another thing is that look at that. I got a stun.
There you go.
Like this. Okay,
nice.
let's just. Once the one person goes down, it's all pretty much. It's cake from there. It's really
like a roller
is.
coaster. Getting to the top of the roller coaster is working your way to defeat an enemy, but once you defeat that enemy, you're going down the hill of the roller coaster, and it's a lot easier. It just starts smoothing itself out. I mean, Deathmark is a great mechanic. Once you defeat someone, the enemy who has Deathmark on them, they get like 50. They lose 50% of their health or whatever it is, and you can like fracture someone with Deathmark, and they're done for. It's a really important mechanic.
I misplayed right there. Everybody's gonna call me out. I misplayed. But this is a brand new team for me. I misplayed. I put Deathmark on R2, and then I gave turn meter to Deathtrooper, and then I guess the Deathmark went away. So I was like, oh well, we'll get it right here.
Did R2? Did he use stealth?
Watch how much damage we're going to be right here. This is Krenic with Deathtrooper. I believe this is going to be well over 50,000 damage. Let's see.
Let's see.
Oh, it just hits once. But another video, we got to hit him for like 50,000.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, if you can get the moons and the stars to line up, this team is a lot of fun. I wish I had Gear 12 Empire characters. I only got 2 Gear 12. I'm slowly working my way to 3. So I just want to make sure I have my safe Gear 12 investments, R2, Luke, and General Kenobi. Then I'm going to slowly start giving my Gear 12 to Thrawn and maybe start working in some Empire characters. But man, if you have Gear 12, if you have a lot of money or you already have Gear 12 Empire characters, try out this team. It's not going to win defensively, I can tell you that. It's just fun to use, and it breaks the monotony because the game is 90%, or I think it's like 90% Commander Luke lead or something like that, or 80%. It's something absurdly high, and the game just gets a little bit boring.
Yeah, and you're going to be playing a team that does not have Commander Luke, so we're kind of showing some teams off that work well in the arena that don't have Commander Luke. Okay, we're going to go up against a hardcore team right here. Now, this is Warrior's team, and it's nuts. He has great mods, and it is geared out, 105,000 power. This is going to be a nightmare, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I know the real trick to this team is not to use AoE. AoE just pretty much means game over, because Raidhan, when he counterattacks, it's not good at all.
Yeah.
And I can fracture Raidhan right from the beginning, and that's very good. And hopefully I can put... if I can get buff immunity on General Kenobi, that would be very helpful. Right here, see, I don't want to do anything other here than basic attack because the foresight, and if I did AoE right there, they would all attack back. That is not good at all. It's just crazy. Okay, so now
you have to be a bit more careful with the Commander Luke team here. So you want to utilize Deathtrooper's basic a lot. Utilize Krenic's third attack to stun and get buff immunity.
Yep, I got a stun right here.
You're defusing a bomb, kind of. It feels like defusing a bomb. You want to make sure you're not tripping up the wrong cable, because if you trip up the wrong cable, everyone just comes back at you. So you got to be very delicate when going up against the Commander Luke team. Fraction them, stun them, then use an AoE. That's the trick right here.
Okay, see, Thrawn, almost got him. Not quite. Okay, so now that Raidhan has such low health, I will use an AoE right here to get rid of him.
Good.
Because I just got to get rid of him. Because once one person goes down, then Deathtrooper can start using the Death Mark, which makes the battle so much easier. So I'm going to put Death Mark on General Kenobi, and it's going to make life a million times easier. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
If I can...
Yeah, it's satisfying seeing Kenobi just dwindle down so fast with Death Mark. It's like you don't have to go through the whole
it's like
you got to chip away Kenobi slowly.
It's like it counts for like an extra 50,000 damage.
Yeah, it's 50, pretty much
crazy.
It's like 50%. I have to double check. Let me see. I think Death Mark it's like 50% health or something.
But it's 15,000 extra damage per hit, which is very good. Now R2 went and messed up plans. We talked about how funny R2 is. Okay, so I got to do AoE right here just to get rid of... Oh, come on. Got to get rid of Kenobi here. Come on, Kenobi. Go away.
Come on, you got
R2 is great, right?
Yeah, he's great.
Let's see.
He's just his kit is very well designed around his character. It's just I probably said this in the past 5 million recordings we've done today, but R2D2, man, he's got the perfect kit where he can flip the table over. Everything's going well. All of a sudden, this little astromech droid comes and flips the table, spins everything around, and your plan just got totally ruined. And now you got to go against the character that he put out in the open while everyone else is hiding. It's a very useful support kit. It's funny, just these basic mechanics like stealth and burning. It just makes life a lot easier for the other team.
Whoa! Krenic kit for something 21,000, and then the Death Mark on it added. It's like huge amount of damage. All right, we're going. We got a little bit of internet problems there, and we finished it off. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the team on defense. We'll be back in just a moment. We're going to load up Arnold's team, which is a Zeta Barris General Kenobi lead with Thrawn and no Commander Luke, which I think is awesome. We'll be back in just a moment. I'm ready.
All right, we're going to show.
So Nihilus is just going to wipe out my team, like hero by hero, right? That's all it's going to happen.
That's this team that I'm using. It's all about covering Nihilus and make sure there's always enough debuffs for Nihilus to have an all-you-can-eat buff fate. That's all it's really about. And your team, we're gonna start playing around with the weaknesses of your team because of the fact, look, they have like all these debuffs, like such minor debuffs, like a single damage over time. Was it really worth going and using grand maneuver? And look, they're like wasting turns here. And look, they could have done 8 things, and they haven't done a single attack yet. I'm gonna fracture your Thrawn because he made too many stupid decisions. That's the problem with this team.
Nihilus just ruins that team. Basically ruins the Thrawn leader teams. Yeah, the health down, which is the Nihilus Zeta. Ugh. So they do get 50% from the Thrawn's special ability, and they might get another 15% if Stormtrooper has taunt, but still, that's not better than wasting a turn on a health down.
Certain times you need it, like if you have buff immunity or daze, perhaps. Yeah, go ahead and use it. But not when there's just burning or I don't know, something very simple like health down. Like, come on, health down. Why are you using grand maneuver? Because you're wasting a turn. Sometimes it makes sense if you want to kind of artificially make sure Thrawn is not gaining turn meter when he fractures someone. Because sometimes you want Thrawn to fracture the whole game and you don't want it to take a turn. So sometimes it makes sense to use Grand Maneuver, but other times, like the beginning, you'll see they did cleanse. They could have done so many things to stop me in my tracks, but they decided not to.
Right.
Yeah, so, you know, I don't know. I mean, they're doing a little bit better than some of our earlier runs here, but I'm going to get an Annihilate the very next turn here. And, I mean, if I can get Thrawn, all the better. But it's just pretty much this team's all about picking one by one of Nihilus, and with all the debuffs I'm applying, it's not a problem at all. Look at it. Thrawn's almost dead. You know, I don't know. I really like this team, but I think, I don't know. We talked about this. There's like something missing that they need. Something just very minor.
Deathtrooper synergizing with Thrawn, because Thrawn
yes,
has
talk about that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's one of the things, because right now with Krenic he gets the bonuses, but not with Thrawn.
Yeah, I think they should make an Imperial Officer tag, and Deathtrooper is unique if you don't know. When Krenic gets hit, Thrawn has Deathtrooper has a chance to gain 100% turn meter. And that's great, but it only works with Krenic. It should work with all Imperial officers. We saw Thrawn with Death Troopers in Star Wars Rebels, so it's not a Krenic exclusive thing. And I'm not sure about the whole canon perspective, but I'm assuming maybe like Grand Moff Tarkin would also be eligible for using Death Troopers, because Death Troopers were kind of
same time period. So it makes sense
same time period, and Death Troopers were meant to be like their bodyguards, the Imperial officers' bodyguards. Yeah. So if they can make him work his unique work with Krenic, Thrawn, and Tarkin, that opens up so much more viability for him and makes him a lot better in arena, because of two of the biggest.
How's the battle going?
Oh, you're almost done. I'm autoing the ending. Your team fell apart. I have 100% protection on I think 2 characters, and at least 25+% protection on the rest of the characters. So this team does very bad defensively, and it'd do, I think, a lot worse with the Commander Luke team. I don't know. I think this Nihilus, if I didn't have Nihilus in this team, it wouldn't be anything, but Nihilus just really tears this team apart. I know that because I used to run this team in arena, and that's their biggest weakness, is just Nihilus, and the AI doesn't know what it's doing. It's a big problem.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can go out if you want to do one more battle. I already did.
Okay, well then I'm going to play up against your team right here, and we're just going to go up against the Grand Admiral's team. Let's see. And it's fun. I like playing the team. I enjoy playing it. A lot. So
I think
this is a little bit different.
Something like this. Yeah.
This is a lot different. I've got to basically lock down your Nihilus, and then once I get 1 kill, I'm okay.
You're okay.
I just have to get 1 kill. And this is what I like right here, is where we're talking about that tenacity down. Basically, even though General Kenobi has foresight, it can attack with Krenic's basic, and tenacity will still go right through it.
It's very helpful.
That is very good. Very, very good.
So it's not a complete waste of an attack. That's one thing to keep in mind. Like, yeah, you're not going to do damage, but hey, I'll get the tenacity down, and I might be able to get a debuff applied, some other sort. So it's not it's nice. You're not feeling like you wasted a whole turn.
Right, and because this team here is not Commander Luke lead, I don't have to worry about the AoE. I can
go AoE frenzy. Go for it.
Yeah, I can go crazy with the AoE, which is kind of nice, and that's really good for me. I just like that. And then once I get through the first hero going down, hopefully that'll be Nihilus. Then I should be able to. Let's put to. So now Kenobi is a tank, so I'll give him buff immunity right there.
There you go.
And so now I can go after Darth Nihilus.
Yeah.
Okay.
See if you can pin him down and get him done with. Because if you can get him to be the first character out, you're good. That's probably the first character you want to try to get out as much as possible. Don't be wasting too much time on Barriss. Leave the death mark for Barriss, because that'll make life a lot easier. Yeah. That's
Barriss is totally manageable once one person's dead, and hopefully that'll be Nihilus, because Nihilus is what's going to kill my team.
And the cool thing about your team as well, which is great, I love using this team against Barriss teams, because you can apply healing immunity to everyone, and Barriss isn't going to heal people that get critically hit. So it's great to try to chop down my team. So they have these tools, but the problem that we don't see this team be widespread is that the light side, they have so many counters. Heck, they can self-cleanse themselves from all those debuffs when they get a critical hit with an R2 Zeta. They're just very powerful, the light side that is. And all these cool things that the dark side has, if something goes wrong, you're done for. But you can win, though. Well, you can win. That's the thing. You can still win.
Say I did take care of Nihilus, and so now that Nihilus is gone, Deathtrooper is going to start letting me use
now you got to just beat the clock. That's the thing.
Death Mark, so... Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with the clock, and now I'll just take care of Kenobi first, and I'll just give him Death Mark, and then once he's got Death Mark, it just kind of snowballs from there. Well, it went away very quickly, but
yeah,
still.
Yeah, the one thing that really kind of sucks is when someone goes under stealth, Deathmark goes away. I mean, that they said that's working as intended. It sucks that, because Deathmark, it's kind of a involuntary taunt. So it kind of makes sense when someone goes under stealth, it removes this so-called taunt, I suppose. I don't know. I wish this stealth mechanic wasn't going to cleanse Deathmark. That seems like a very overpowered thing to have, but they did that originally for the raids when if you had someone Deathmark and if T-Bow went stealth, Deathmark would remove. So it's working as intended, but I feel like it's a very strong counter to Deathmark. And plus, considering the fact that R2D2 can cleanse and beta,
it seems like everything. I mean, I might time out on this because Deathmark is not sticking to Kenobi. I could go after Barriss, but I really want to just take out Kenobi first.
Maybe you got to put buff immunity on Kenobi and then put the Deathmark on Barriss to finally put the nail in her coffin. That might be the way to go here. Yeah, because the problem is if Barriss is coming back and taking her turn, she might cleanse that Deathmark off the person.
There we go. I got it. Now it's over. All right, so now that Kenobi is gone, I can just go all out on Barriss. I'm going to put this on autoplay so that I can, because I only got like a minute left, and this team is fun, and I just got to give props to anybody that plays this team in the arena. It can win. I would imagine you're going to get knocked down overnight quite a bit, and I imagine that's frustrating, so... I think there are ways of winning against almost any team, and I wish there was something a little bit more to make it a little bit more competitive. Maybe better AI, maybe having Deathtrooper work better with Thrawn.
Krenic,
yeah, just like there you go. It went through. So very cool, and I think what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go over to your channel and we're gonna try out and revisit the Sith.
The rule of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and hopefully those, something happens with them. Now, we didn't talk about Night Sisters. They're talking about Talia is the monthly log-on for this month. So we're hoping that, Mother Talzin will come and maybe a Night Sister rework because, I mean, it was always strange to me that Mother Talzin wasn't in the game. She was like the main Night Sister,
right?
And
that's the mother, pretty much, or whatever.
Yeah, she was like the mother of Maul and Savage, and boy, she really almost killed Dooku, and it was quite a trick.
She's powerful. Yeah, she's definitely powerful, and
very powerful.
It'd be interesting. You know what my rule is right now? Anything but Rebels and Commander Luke. If they do a Night Sister rework and they become the meta, I'm happy. Go for it.
Speaking of something that's not a rebel, we have to do our giveaway.
What do we got today? Tell them what we got.
This is unbelievable, by the way. So for every single person that likes this video, you will be getting an 8-star TIE Advanced put into your account.
Not a scam. The real TIE Advanced.
This is not a scam. You see the play on words there with TIE Advanced?
Got him.
All right, guys. Be sure to check out Arnold's channel. We're going to do the same thing with Maul, and we'll see how that goes.
Yes,
all right, guys. Peace out.
See you later, guys. Mwah.